Now drumming takes our attention as some prominent percussionists join the 9th edition of its More Than Drumming concert in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria for a night of unfiltered music. Take a look.
British Ghanaian band The Composers remain steady on their way to becoming a benchmark for African bands and artists. During a visit to Lagos, Nigeria to headline the 9th edition of the IMTD It's More Than Drumming, lead drummer Stephen Asamao Dua shares the secret behind their electric live energy.
I mean, first of all, it's an honor, you know, like we started out not knowing. I mean, one day we knew we'd get here, but we didn't think it would be like this, and we can only give glory to God every time for that. And I think, you know, we're always students of the game, so we always want to evolve our sound. You know, music changes, and you have to change with music. You know, when we started, there was no amapiano, there was no compa. Now we have all these new genres, and we just like to infuse it with, you know, where we started from. We started from the church.
On the IMTD stage, Stephen's set journeys through time, from his humble beginnings in the church to commanding global stages like the O2 Arena, backing Afrobeat giants such as Davido and Ashake.
My journey inspires. So, you know, I started from, you know, I did some gospel songs. I started in the church. I'm still in the church. I will die in the church. You know, that's where it always starts and ends. I then took it to my roots. I'm from Ghana. I grew up on a lot of Ghanaian music, high life, hip life. So I always like to showcase that side of me too. And then I played some songs from, you know, some artists I've been privileged to work with. Ashake and Davido. They've become like brothers, you know, older brothers. Big shout out to them. You know, thank you constantly. Davido, we've been working since 2013 till now. 12 years, that's a long time, you know, so I always like to showcase that side. And then I just had fun, you know, some drum tracks, just had fun. My brother Samson, when I played the song I was gonna play first, I sat there, I put my head in my hands, I said, how will I follow up? But, you know, I did what I could, and it was beautiful. We got to do it together, which was very nice as well. So, yeah, I just like to take people on a journey of me, so you understand me. Everywhere I go, like, I always have this saying, if I could be to someone what I wish I had, that's what's important to me. When I was growing up, you know, we didn't have the internet the way the internet is now. Being a musician wasn't the most glamorous thing. Go and study, go and do this, go and do that. When you're a kid in church, I did a video on it, you're a kid in church trying to play, get up from there, let the uncle play. But it's like, you know, I loved specifically, again, big shout out to Samson, when he had his performance, he actually took time out of his set to allow some up-and-coming guys to come and play. And that was so beautiful to see, because some people might not actually have an opportunity like that. So for him to do that was beautiful. And honestly, as much as possible, I try to do something every year, whether it's giving back to a young kid, doing a master class, doing things like this, just so people can learn. You know, there's one thing being on the internet, but it's another thing actually being with someone, imparting the knowledge, getting the knowledge, asking questions. So yeah, as much as possible, I try to do as many of these things. And, you know, the younger generation one day will be in our positions. So it's important that we show them how we've done it, so they don't make mistakes that we've made along the way as well. And they can now do the same for the next generation. Because I told you, AI, you can't get rid of us. There'll be drummers and drummers and drummers and keyboard players and bass players. So it's important we show them the mistakes, you know, that we've made, so they don't repeat, and they'll go on and be greater than we are.
The man behind it all, Dami Alabi of Zion, says the festival has grown far beyond its origins. Over 9 editions, IMTD appears to be playing its part in fostering unity and cementing drumming as a headliner in African live music.
So this edition, definitely, we were very intentional about telling this different story because there's more to musicians and creatives in general. And we were particular about having experts come into, like, for instance, greatly, we had Stephen from the Composers, who's touring around the world, flying to the country, just to show these people that it's possible. We can be from Africa, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Agege, and this is happening. Obviously, I started from church. I'm still in church, Baptist Church in Agege. But right now, we're making platforms that are going global. IMTD is not just seen in Nigeria. It's a brand that is seen globally. So we needed to tell this story to make people understand that keep dreaming, keep believing. There's more to you than, that's why it's called It's More Than Drumming. There's more to you than just playing, than just being a creative.
From when this program started, I think I've been privileged to be part of the program, and this year was extraordinary, you know. And I could remember where we started from, and where we are currently, and where we are going. And I'm super excited to be in this year edition, man. I'm super excited.
With conversations surrounding the future of African live music at the helm, IMTD continues to strike a chord, encouraging platforms for the next generation of percussionists.